Hey, everybody. Welcome to the DCA Adventures. Thank you all for joining on our very first live stream, guys. I'm your one of many hosts that'll be on here, guys. One of many. So I'm Nemesis, or you can call me Brian. Yo, but in the Discord, in the chat area, if you want to message me, it's going to be Nemesis, of course. But not tonight. I'm actually in the DCA Adventure manager section, so it's gonna pop me. I'm not on there. So don't do it tonight. Not tonight. But because I was trying to set everything up, trying to make sure it's all going to go rolling smooth, the last minute touch ups. But let's get into everybody that's here. I've got my home dog Mikkel over here. Yo, we got Gundy just below him. Hexadex below me. Got Chris off to the side over here, and my good new friend Jay. Yo, let's get an audio check for everybody. Right. Oh, I don't know if anybody. Oh.
What?
I don't think anybody heard that.
They did hear the intro.
They heard the intro, but they didn't hear anybody else just talking just now, because...
Bitcoin Jakes just says the live sounds good.
Yeah,
and
nice.
Nerd says that we are all muted.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear it all.
I hear everybody.
Noise. So...
Yeah,
he's like, it's fixed, yeah.
Because like 2188, thank you very much.
Yeah, he said it's fixed.
What it is I've got to set up one other thing. I think I forgot to do it, where how I pull audio for you guys will be different on here versus the intro, because it's two different scenes. Of course, the first time you're setting something up, you forget one thing.
Right.
Welcome to live streaming, everybody. This is how YouTube works. You gotta
by the seat of your pants.
Goes right. Otherwise you're just gonna have technical difficulties. How is everybody?
Yeah, how's the chat doing tonight, guys?
John Coins, thank you for being here. Nerd 2188.
Yeah.
Bitcoin Jake, thank you.
Yo.
Nefarious Technology. He says, Hexdeck, how you liking your new coin?
X-Coin for the win.
It's turning out pretty good for you, right?
We were talking about that before the live stream.
Hashtag
I had the name Hexdeck16 a long time ago.
Nefarious Technology says, DCA Adventure, everything's better with a bit of boom thrown in.
Right?
Always.
Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you enjoyed it.
Gotta love it.
So today's basically the opening welcome to the adventure episode. We are going to give you guys the grand introduction to what this channel is all about and what we're going to be bringing to the community.
Right.
So, Brian, why don't you go ahead and take it?
For sure. So what we're really setting out here is to basically show that it's not all about crypto, and it's not all about, how much money you have. It's pretty much going to be dollar cost averaging into yourself at times too. I mean, knowledge is also just as priceless as any investment that you guys can make. So I mean, for me and Mikkel here, we're your home miners. So we do a lot of crypto content ourselves. So we're very much crypto focused, very much mining focused, hardware focused. Mikkel does a lot of software. I do a lot of hardware. So I mean, we make a great team as a couple of miners.
So if you can build it, he can make it run.
Right.
Yeah. As long as he says, "Hey, this is good hardware. Let's work with this." Okay, I'll figure out what I need to do to make it run right.
Exactly. So we're going to set out, me and Mikkel, we've always set out to try to teach people how to get their rigs up and running. Not so much that, we're looking at trying to help out the big, gigantic mining facilities. They already know what they're doing. It's the little guys that don't know what they're doing. It's their first PC hooking up. Huh?
Well, sometimes the big ones don't know what they're doing.
That's true.
You see fires coming out of doors a lot.
Yeah. When they don't follow my 80% power rule, you use more than 80%, you got yourself a toaster.
Full tilt.
Right.
They're dreaming of a warm Christmas.
Right.
The heater was a little too
Chestnuts
hot.
roasting on an open ASIC.
Right.
Oh my
By all the
God.
rest of the ones that are still running.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
But, you
So-
know, if they didn't catch on fire, they shut down.
Right.
The winter was harsh for a lot of companies.
Yeah, yeah. And so, I mean, we want to bring in that real nice knowledge of what we have learned over the past couple of years with mining to all of you guys out there. Plus, you know, getting out, you know, all the new crypto knowledge just in the market, you know, keeping you guys as safe as we can with, you know, with what we find out. We try to get it to all of you as quickly as we can.
Nefarious Technologies just said, so no Intel Xeon E2274G cooking with an AMD 5500 XT?
Well, I mean, you can. You can
Sure,
maybe.
look,
For
just look
those
at
of you
cool
listening on the
that
podcast, we do talk computer talk every once in a while. If you don't get it, it's okay. Come join us
Right.
on the live stream. Join us on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Don't feel bad because I don't get none of it.
It's okay. And you can also join us tomorrow because me and Brian will be doing, you know, a mining segment just, you know, tomorrow.
The
Right.
Saturday
Uh,
night
yeah.
live
Saturday night live
Yeah, the
stream.
Saturday night live streams are,
into the mind.
are
you go.
yep. and deep in the mine we usually go, you know.
SNL.
Right,
And you'll
right.
see us tomorrow, you know, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time is when we'll be on. You know, so you'll see me and Brian tomorrow,
Yo.
which is kind of the awesome dynamic. And I know that we are going to have other shows on this channel as well. You know, Hextech down there will be doing his segment.
Ooh,
we-
what is that about?
Right,
Hex?
Yeah.
take it away, my man.
Yes,
Yo.
come on.
That is going to be FIRE, which is FIRE is an acronym that's used in communities called Financial Independence Retire Early. Some people also know FI, just the short version, which is Financial Independence. But it's going to be on DCAing. It's going to be on the ability to manage money and be able to put stuff away then instead of living paycheck to paycheck.
Outstanding. And you find a lot of unique ways on how to, you know, do DCA, don't you?
Mhm.
Under the couch cushions he goes.
Right. Cleans out a used car.
Yeah, actually,
This is a YouTube and a podcast. People can't see what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. A little bummer.
I have a project called Loose Change that I started. Well, it's just over a year and a half ago, which started out actually on the Bitcoin pub, carried over to yen a bit, but it was the concept or idea of everybody's got loose change, everybody's got money either sitting in the cup holder in the car, laying on the table or the counter, and by using Robinhood, which is an investment tool that you can go and basically transfer from like a standard checking account with no fees, and you can actually purchase. You can purchase stocks. I don't on there. Actually, I purchase crypto. So, and it's exposure to crypto on Robinhood. Just to be clear, it's not actual physical coins at this point. But through the price exposure, you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. You can even buy Dogecoin.
Yo.
Yeah,
But let's the Doge.
And then they have Bitcoin Trash. You know, that's available there too. And so the process is just been taking my loose change and investing it, dollar cost averaging. So even if I find 62 cents, you know, for the day, I transfer it over. It's instantaneous. I invest it. I put that in a jar, and then later on, when the jar gets full, redeposit it into my checking account. Currently, right now, I've got over $1,000 invested. So
And you've only
not
been
too
doing
bad
this for
because the
how long
markets are
now?
down.
What, a year and a half, you said?
1 year and 6 months.
And
Yep.
just spare change
1
has
year and
earned
6
you
months.
just has accumulated to just over $1,000, but your investments have actually grown up beyond that. That's incredible.
Actually, right now, the investments are down.
Yeah,
because
believe it or not.
Bitcoin.
Black Friday
is
discounts,
down.
that's what you got.
So when I looked at it, I'm actually right now with all the crypto invested from DCA, I'm roughly about 2% underwater. So it was pretty exciting back there in June, though, because I was actually I was double that. But then obviously Bitcoin corrected from 14,000 to 7,000. But yeah, I do it with that, and then on the channel that I'm going to have for Fire, I do some other creative things from something YouTuber that I follow a lot. His name is Mike the Scavenger, and he goes around and scraps metals and different things. So I started picking up on that. And one of the things I do as a side hustle is I do new commercial or new residential construction cleaning. So when all the wiring is running in the electrical, there's tons of copper laying about that.
Oh yeah,
And
hundreds
so I
and
scrap
hundreds
that.
of pounds. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Hex.
About $1. Yeah.
All right, so next, let's go ahead and talk with Jay, because Jay, you actually, we mentioned this on the podcast episode. I don't know if anybody had a chance to actually listen to it here on the YouTubes, but on the previous episode, we did mention how you came to be a part of the group. Why don't you go ahead and share with everybody who is brand new to the YouTube channel and hasn't heard the podcast?
What's up, guys? I'm Jay. How I met Nemesis and Mikkel was I was on one of their live streams watching it and kind of just gave them a shout out, told them what I do, asked them for an interview, and snowballed from there, I guess. I write scripts for TradingView. My tool will overlay any chart that TradingView offers. Basically, it will tell you what the market is doing. It will give you signals when to buy, when to sell, give you oversold conditions, overbought conditions. One good thing about it is TradingView, most people use the free account. You can only use 3 indicators at one time. When you use my tool, you will get 8 to 9 or however many I have coded into my tool at one time, but you can use more than 3 for free at one time. And I run a small trading Discord group, and our main focus is writing scripts and helping people that are interested in getting into crypto space, help them get into it and do it in a safe way. We don't want to get anybody wrecked and lose all their money. So.
Don't bet the mortgage. Yeah.
Right. Don't bet the house. Never bet the house.
Risk management is a big thing with me. If
you should tell them. You should tell them the number one rule whenever you're doing shorts. Of stop losses.
Tell them why.
If you're trading with no stop loss, either A, you got humongous balls, or B, you're stupid.
Right.
There's no other way I can put it. You know what I mean? Like I said, risk management is the most important thing when it comes to trading. If you are going in blind and you're going in balls and you're betting way more than you can afford to lose, you will lose it, and you will lose it quick.
Liquidation.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like I would love to get what was that one YouTuber, Little Bubble, on here, dude.
Right.
His song for liquidation. His song for liquidation was amazing.
Basic and Charlie's in the house.
Yo,
what's up, my man?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, for those of you who are listening via podcast, you are missing out, because when we have live streams, you guys can actually participate. Definitely go check out our YouTube, subscribe, get notifications, hit that bell icon, and be a part of the conversation.
Smash that Lizzie like button, guys.
Nerd says.
There you go.
Nerd says in the chat, it says Hexdeck16, make me rich. I'm like, hey nerd, make yourself rich. Just follow the show.
There you go.
Right. You can only lead him to water,
There you go. So Jay, you're also
Ralph Cooper
doing some training, right? Teaching people how to actually read charts and
Ralph
stuff.
is here too. Awesome.
Yes, absolutely. Technical analysis is pretty big. You definitely want to learn how to read charts, recognize candle patterns. Doing all that stuff is gonna give you an edge on the market for sure. But that's the big thing that my script does. I mean, if you're brand new to trading, if you learn how to read my script, you're gonna have the odds of you making a profitable trade are very high.
Well, it's not so much a profitable trade, I would almost say.
Yeah,
I would say more an informed
Yeah,
trade.
knowledgeable trade. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
you know, my scripts are not crystal balls. Nobody can make a script that's gonna tell
Yeah. No gurus here.
Nobody goes one.
They're not crystal balls, they're just brass.
but they will help you make an educated decision on your trade idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to help you big time for sure. And that's what my Discord's all about is helping people who don't know very much about trading get into the space and do it in a safe manner.
He'll teach you about those little spinning tops. He'll teach you about like these hammers that are upward and downward, like reversal and trend reversals and all this stuff, man. It's weird. It's awesome.
So for those of you who are actually very interested in all of this information, we actually have Discord links and all sorts of stuff in the description below here on YouTube.
It's on there right now, guys. If you guys want, if you get froggy, you want to kind of dip your toe in, check it out.
Yeah.
So anybody that has our Discord, which is me and Brian, Chris, Jay, we all have our own Discords, and they're all down below, as well as I think our websites are at the very, very bottom.
Yeah.
Makes it so much easier because we don't have to go and put it in the.
Yeah, we don't have to actually
down there.
copy and paste it to the live stream anymore.
Right.
Just
It's all down below. Love it.
Right. So easy. Easy.
Yeah, it's so much easier.
Bitcoin Jake just joined the
Bitcoin Jake
server.
has spawned the server.
Yo.
Get on
Welcome. And Bit Native is in the live stream.
What
Hey,
up, Bit
yo, what's going on?
Hey, bro.
Another
Where are the
OG
drinks?
shows up.
Native? Yeah,
Right here, buddy.
What's up, man?
I got 2 coffees and a soda.
OG.
Got the OG in the house, man. That is awesome. Thank you for
Love it.
showing up, dude.
Welcome, Bit Native.
Yeah.
Welcome, Fish in Texas. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Welcome.
It feels nice. Feels like we're nice,
Yashnik
nice
just
at home.
Right.
What's up? Yeah,
It's business as usual, man. Come
Here we
on.
go.
yeah, business as usual. He's a chef. Oh, love it.
One of these days, Bit Native might just get the chance to guest star with us. We love
Yeah.
Bit Native. Mexican Charlie Lee, you still need to get on this show one time.
And Bit Native,
Yeah, right.
if you want to ever come up on this show, please let us know, and we would love to have you on here. You are more than welcome to be on here, especially on the Friday nights with all of us. You're
Exactly.
fam,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean-
You are fam.
We got 3 more panels to fill.
Right?
Well, Bit Native has
9
actually been
panels to
very
go,
busy.
yeah.
He's been very busy
Mhm.
building. Gosh, I can't even begin to explain everything that he's been doing. But that's why he's no longer a part of our show, part of our team. But we love him, and he's always welcome to join us any Friday that he wants. So we're just
Yep.
putting that out there.
right.
Always.
Yeah,
relax.
Nefarious says that stock trading equals leave cushion for sudden turns. Raising Bitcoin, leave the world open, because a BART could happen at any time. Be Bart Simpson ready. That's awesome. It just happened the other day, so
Yeah.
That's
it's
awesome.
literally a
Yep.
candlestick pattern that
Like
looks
jumping
like the
without a
top of Bart
parachute.
Simpson's head.
It's pretty bad whenever you hear traders going, yeah, Bart Simpson. It's like, you just referenced The Simpsons? Really? This is trading.
Exactly what it looks like.
I know. With all the little spike. It's really cool whenever you see the first one and it's got that long wick on it. You're like, it went to the moon for a second and came right back.
Oh yeah. Just like she dropped down to $600.
Yeah.
Nice background there, Hex. Nice Bart Simpson. in that. So for those of you who actually don't always do YouTube, but you do like podcasts, you can actually find our podcast link in the description below as well. So you can listen to us, and we're going to actually be recording
Right.
every single show. Every single episode is going to be uploaded from YouTube and the podcast, so you can get a double dose.
Right,
on all of
and
your
you
favorite
can put it in
platforms.
your pocket and walk everywhere with you and get all this awesome knowledge. Yo.
Yes.
You are
We-
missing
we-
the live
we-
stream, though.
We are definitely going all out when it comes to getting the community back together. Helping us grow, helping us learn, and helping us get better at what it is we do. Which is build.
Grind.
Hustle.
Yeah, just do
Insert
whatever.
adjective here.
So Gundy,
Adventure.
we
Right.
didn't
You
get a chance to actually talk with you. What are you hoping to bring to the channel?
Comedy.
Insert adjective.
Right?
Yeah, insert adjective here.
Right?
There you go.
He's got all the memes covered, you know.
Memes. He's got all the memes covered.
So,
Somebody's got to learn Da Vinci,
Mems.
right?
Yeah, I got the mems.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I will
Gundy's got me
say,
cracking up all the time. Dude is super hilarious.
I will say, Gundy, it has been amazing having you on the team because you just dive in full force on whatever it is that we need. You just like, hey, I'll tackle it, you know, and you'll learn right there on the spot. So
I mean,
it's been
that's-
greatly appreciated having you.
That's
On
how
the
you do it, man.
team, you know, it's
I mean,
good to have
give
everybody
me a
here.
couple weeks, I'll do your job too.
There you go.
Yeah,
no job is
that
safe
intro
from the
is looking
Gundy.
pretty
All
sick.
love. Sorry.
Right? I mean, the man made the intro that I hope you guys like the intro. I think he did a really
Hey,
fantastic
give us
job
give us
on that.
thumbs up in
Yo,
the
oh.
live stream if you liked that intro.
That was first animated text.
Oh, Mexico Charlie
attempt,
subscribed.
so
Oh!
Nice.
hopefully,
We got a live stream. Subscribe. Thank you.
Nefarious says the intro is boss.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate.
That's like
and
that's like what John Coyne on our Discord would say. VIP.
I could probably sell it for $5 on Fiverr. Make the channel some money.
Right?
Yeah, we'll totally have the DCA adventure as a profile on Fiverr and do jobs for people.
Well, I mean, I could take anyone's logo and input it at this point. Now that the script is made, though. Once the fusion is created, like you can pretty much just drag and drop stuff in there, and that's how the Fiverr guys are doing it. That's how they can offer you a logo at $5. It literally takes them 30 seconds to make, probably.
Just a quick buck, you know.
And, like, screw that.
They're like,
but, that's what YouTube is for. Learning,
Right.
getting your learn on.
Yep.
And you're
So many
using
people put out
Da
so much
Vinci, right?
free stuff all the time. You might as well hop on, right?
Everybody said, he said, LOL mods win mod. Yeah, there no mods yet. Look at that. How about that, guys?
Yeah,
There
I
are
know,
no
right?
wrenches.
It's so weird. not
It's
to
a
see blue
sea
wrenches.
of no
I
wrenches.
know, right?
It's a sea of
no rest.
Fresh
sea of
starts.
normal
So fresh,
people.
yeah.
Right,
Untainted.
Everybody's the same. Look at that. Everybody's equals.
Oh wow, Animal Farm.
So
Some are
We-
just
we
more
do
equal
want
than
to-
others.
we do want to cover that. We actually do have more team members,
Yes.
that are out of state, that are traveling right now, that can't be here today, but they will be a part of it. You guys will eventually get to meet Trek, and you will also get to meet Eitzel and Liz, two of the girls from Yen who decided to take us up on being a part of the team and learning the craft, and being
Right.
a part of something bigger and leveling up their game. So,
And they got their own podcast, right?
Yeah, two hot
do.
beans in a pod.
Two hot beans in a pod. I mean, so they're not shy in any way, and they've got some good info to get out there. And I'm excited to see what they have to bring here. Ooh.
Yes. I will say I absolutely loved and laughed my ass off listening to their episode talking about their travels to New York. So they're going to be bringing who knows what to the channel, and we are totally looking forward to it. They've got to differentiate the content from their podcast to here. So it's gonna be quite the adventure, and we're looking forward to having them on the show, and we are looking forward to having Trek on the show, who Trek has been doing a lot of work. He's been on Instagram, and he's been going all over the U.S., going to different Bitcoin cryptocurrency
That he's been having lots of
conferences.
interviews.
Lots of interviews.
Yep,
Yes.
he's traveling,
having
a good old time.
So,
And Kayla and Mr. said, "Where's Kayla?" Of
where's
course,
Crypto Mom?
She is
she's
always
working.
she's always invited.
She's
sent
working,
links.
and she said she would be here whenever she has a day off,
Right.
which is every now and then. But
Right,
when
yeah.
she has her day off,
Links-
she will be here.
Links
So-
were sent out to her.
I miss my
and,
mom.
and Andrew. So both her, Andrew, and I even sent one out to Colin, Mr. Heavily Armed Clown. Oh.
Yeah. So,
But
so
he was actually busy tonight, so otherwise he just saw it right before we were going live. I was like, oh. I mean, this one's for
But
him.
you got to do the head turn.
oh yeah.
Inside joke, Jay. Sorry.
For those of you on the podcast that cannot see what we're doing, you're missing out if you're not joining us on the YouTubes.
Right.
Yeah, even if you don't catch us live, we're always on the tube.
Yeah.
you can go back
So,
and
you
watch.
know, since you will be listening to this a little bit later, you know, in the podcast world, the link for this video will be in the description for the podcast, right?
What?
Yeah, Mexican Charlie says, what time will these live streams be? And they're going to be at this time every night on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it would be,
This is the
you know,
time now.
It makes sense.
9 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Just basically
For
7
you,
p.m.
Mexican
A little bit
Charlie
later.
Lee,
7
'Cause he's in
p.m.
Vegas.
time.
There's less kids
He's-
watching, so
yeah.
you know we all get flagged by YouTube.
yeah, he's in Pacific
8
Standard
o'clock
Time,
Montana time.
Right.
which is
Cop
7
is
o'clock,
coming
right?
for us.
Right.
10 p.m. Eastern.
He's an hour before Chris here.
No,
on, who's in- Oh.
he's the same time as Chris.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he'd be the same time as Chris.
Okay. I forget. So 7 p.m. Yeah. Okay.
Damn, Mountain
Yeah, 7
Time.
p.m. 7 p.m.
But yeah, to answer everybody's question, Crypto Mom and Andrew, they are basically they were always welcome to be here. They are both currently busy with a lot going on in
Their lives.
lives.
Yes.
And they are unofficial members of the team, but they are still members of the family.
Right.
So,
Always fan.
always
Just
be
like
welcome.
Bit Native, man. Ooh.
Yeah, so Nerd says Jay, 8250 or 6250 first.
Oh, he wants you to make a call right off the bat.
Ooh.
He's like,
Go, Jay.
he's like,
on the
we're gonna
spot.
call you out right here on the spot.
There you go.
Honestly, I'd have to look at some charts, but my
But they're right behind you. Just turn around.
My overall outlook for Bitcoin right now is down. I think that
Yeah.
Bitcoin is not cheap enough for institutional investors. We don't have a bunch of institutional investors right now like everybody thinks. I think Bitcoin needs to be cheaper first, and I'm looking for the $5,000 range.
Well,
be
why
honest.
don't you
That's where
share
I'm
with them what what everybody missed earlier? You shared something with us before the live stream started about the Bitcoin price on a certain exchange.
Right. I'm sure a lot of people who trade on Binance have seen the flash crash down to $680 some odd dollars. Yeah.
Boom.
Whoever had orders
So
down.
technically,
in that
all of you
area-
asking price action, we already went past that once.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, this has happened a couple times that I know of. It's spiked up to a ridiculous high number a couple times too that I know of.
Yeah.
So it would be smart if you got extra money to, put a couple buys down low at something ridiculous, because you never know.
Like
You
a
see,
1K.
the only
Someone
thing
has to
that you see, the only thing
Right.
that whole principle goes against one of my core beliefs is like I don't want to use a exchange to hold my crypto.
Absolutely.
It's like,
And-
oh god, that's
asking
risky.
to be hacked.
Right.
Well,
And
I mean-
that's why you hold most of your stuff on, a hardware wallet or a core wallet or something where you own your keys, and only trade with what you feel comfortable with, what you can stomach losing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't
Burn
want
it in the
to.
fire. You know?
Right. Don't hold all your shit on Binance.
Hey.
You're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Brian,
You're gonna have a bad
just hold
time.
it in XRP. Then you don't have to worry about anybody taking it, right?
Right. Yeah,
there you
nobody
go.
will want that.
Except for the banks.
right.
The banks will take it from you.
Right.
Or they'll just create hyperinflation. To where your XRP will be
I
worth
might
like
get in there
half
and
of a
scoop it
cent.
up.
Nefarious Technology said the margin trading on Binance has been vicious.
Oh man, Binance margin trading, it is not new people user friendly. Like for somebody new getting on Binance and they go to the margin trading section, there's no way in hell they're gonna understand any of that shit. You literally borrow money and then you pay money back. It's not like the traditional BitMEX and Bybit and where you just pick your leverage and you go from there. Binance is a whole different beast in itself. I wouldn't recommend margin trading there. Go somewhere else. Go to Bybit. Stay away from BitMEX. Stay away from Binance. As far as margin trading, if that's what you want to do. If you're new, I wouldn't recommend doing any kind of margin trading at all.
What? I can't.
100x.
I want to do 150x. I've got a house, right?
Yeah,
No guts, no glory.
That's right.
All out.
Especially for new people, you know.
Nefarious technology says use the 80-20 rule. So
Yeah, that's
Not
pretty
financial
heavy-handed,
advice.
man.
Well, you leverage 80% of everything you've got.
Even 20%. You know, that's pretty heavy.
How
Yeah.
I do it, how I trade is I risk 1% of my wallet, my trading funds.
Nice.
Okay, and it's a 1-to-2 ratio. So if I risk 1, I want 2 back. That's pretty
Yeah.
much how I do it.
Yeah.
I don't like to go no higher than
I used to use
1%.
2% when I traded.
Yeah, and remember, whatever these big traders you're doing, if their stuff works with $1 million, it'll work with $10. So
That's
don't
right,
think
sure
that you
will.
have to be a billionaire in order to do these trades. So and this
Start
guy
with
here will
$2.
this guy will teach you how to do it. He'll teach you how to like read that and set stop losses properly. Go through the exchange and be like, hey, this is how you do it on this exchange. Yo, because that's stuff that the people need to know. I mean, I whenever I was like first starting trading in the crypto space, I was like feeling like a bumbling idiot. I mean, these platforms are not like your traditional platforms.
Yes. So those of you who are listening on the podcast, if you are in the live stream and want to actually learn a bit more about TA and how to do day trading, definitely check out the Discord links.
Well, not so much day trading, but just proper trading.
Just gonna read technical analysis.
It's how to keep your shirt on trading.
Do not overtrade. I mean, that's a big misconception that a lot of people have with Bitcoin. Like you guys were saying, is you got to be a millionaire to trade it, and no, you don't. It's not like stocks. It's not like Forex. You can literally get in with $5.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to have thousands of dollars. You can literally start with $100 and you can work your way up.
You know, I hear that a lot from a lot of people who are uneducated about the thing. Like, you know, they're like, I'm not getting Bitcoin. It's freaking $8,000 a piece. I'm like, you don't have to. You know, they don't understand. You don't have to buy a whole one.
Exactly.
Right, I have to
Just
tell
like
them, I'm like,
the
it's
stock market,
it's
you know, you can buy
Bitcoin. You can buy a bit, and they're looking at it. I'm like, a bit, you know, $10, and they're like, oh, and you see the light bulb hit. I'm like, it's not like Microsoft where you gotta buy a whole share, no matter what the price is, you know.
Yeah, it goes down. You know,
Stocks have
what's the minimum
nothing
right
to
now
do
you
with
can throw in?
what we
Isn't it
play
like
with.
Cents. If you
It
put in a
depends
buy?
on every exchange. You know, every exchange has a different minimum of what your trade size has to be. But I would say that at least $10. If you're trading at least $10, you can get in on most exchanges and put a trade down. Now, spot trading, I'm pretty sure you can do anything, any amount. I want to say I don't know that for sure. It's been you know, I don't spot trade that much. You know, it's mainly leverage trading, but I have a whole graph on my Discord that tells you exactly what the percentages are. Like a lot of people don't know, but if you are limit ordering in and limit out instead of market order in and market out, if you use limit, you will actually get paid. You will make money for making liquidity in the market.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people don't understand that.
Well, hey, Hex, on your Robinhood app, what's the least amount you can invest in at a time?
5 cents.
You can actually like buy 5 cents of crypto on Robinhood for no fee.
That's the very minimum.
Wow, that's insane.
Of course, remember, you're only getting the price exposure. It's
Right.
one of the things that
Well,
when I was
true, yeah.
researching about friction, frictionless banking, because it doesn't cost me anything to send it from my checking app, frictionless purchases. And if I sell, the only thing that I have to do, obviously, if I buy or sell something within 1 year, 50% has to be set aside to pay my taxes.
Wow.
It's a fun
tax
thing to
man
do.
cometh.
Pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Right.
Two positives, two definites in life: death and taxes.
Right. There is don't think
Yes.
you're going to get into the crypto space to avoid taxes.
That's what me and
The
Chris
chat,
have
the
been
chat is
talking
like
about
taxes. What's that?
When it comes to
I've never been to
taxes,
Texas.
What's taxes?
Chris brought up a good point that you should at least set aside 30% of your profit to pay your taxes, because whether people want to believe it or not, the government is coming for you if you hold Bitcoin. They will know. They will find you. You will pay.
There is a check mark now that you're going to be doing. It's going to be, do you
Yeah.
have Bitcoin? Yes or
When you
no?
File them taxes for 2019.
Yeah.
it's gonna
And
be
if
at the
you
top.
say no, and they look at one of these exchanges and they see you, they're coming at you. They're going to audit you right away. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you don't want to pay taxes on anything, hodl.
hodl it.
you only pay
Yeah.
when you cash out.
yeah, there's no.
I mean, the
don't
only
have to
way
pay
that you
taxes
can
if
have
just don't.
anonymous coin.
That's right.
Only way.
You mine to a paper wallet.
Oh,
Say,
get out of
"See ya."
here.
Don't forget, we are
But-
also podcasting, so people can't see what you're pointing at, buddy.
I was pointing at a single mining rig behind me. So it's like, yeah, if you want to
Mining
mine,
in progress.
so if you want to sit there and mine and have the hardware expense, the electric expense behind it, and you feel that you want to sit there and tackle it, you definitely want to check me and Mikkel out tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna
Save on your heating bill.
Yeah, he's gonna
These
teach
guys
you how to
get
heat
you
your
up and
house.
running for
Right. If you scale up to my specifications, the way that I would, potentially do it myself if I was in those shoes. Oh. You can sit there, scale up enough that you don't even have to worry about a heating bill, because your rigs will do it for you.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of getting a little chilly in
We
here
were talking
because
about that before.
my mining room is shut right now. It's like, ooh, it's cold in here. It's like 27. It's actually 27 degrees outside right now, and my furnace is still off.
Somebody dared to close
That
the
is
door.
awesome.
Well, if I close the door, and if I don't, my microphone while I'm playing, while I have Discord rolling,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. You'll hear the
OBS, yeah, you'll hear all the fans, and there's no music loud enough that I can put on here. It's bad. It's real bad.
Those microphones are really
So
good at
great.
picking ambient noise, though.
Yeah, well, no, I've got a Blue Yeti, and I think I'd have to put like noise suppression all over it, and then hope that it hears me.
My Yeti picks up the kids downstairs and in the TV room, like on the other side of the house.
Yeah, these Yetis
Yeah.
are legit. I can go into the
Oh,
kitchen.
Colin has
Colin.
joined the server.
Yo!
joined the
What up, Colin?
So, for those of you listening on the Anchor podcast or any other podcast platform, and you're not in Discords, what are you waiting on?
Right.
Go
Get in
go
there.
subscribe to the YouTube channels. Go to our description, and you'll find everything you need.
Yo.
Be a part of the conversation.
It's free 99. Free 99.
Love it.
Free hat.
Nice.
Hey, I read somewhere online that we were gonna have punch and pie.
Pie? Okay, I'll give it to you. Here's some pie.
Oh,
That raspberry pie
thanks,
is
ma'am.
legit.
I'm gonna eat it. Num num num.
Oh yeah. Hey, you want to know what gets me and Mikkel going, and maybe even Gundy once in a while? Bear circuits. Yo!
Hey, Nefarious brings up a good point here. He says, make sure you got a crypto tracking app to track your crypto usage, which is very helpful when it comes to taxes. As far as it goes right now, whether you're sending it from wallet to wallet or you're cashing out into fiat back to your bank, they're all gonna look like a taxable event. So if you got some kind of software or an app, it's gonna separate all that. And it's gonna make sure that you are gonna pay the correct taxes on what you actually did. I think the IRS still doesn't have a clue what's going on with crypto taxes yet. And I think it'll be a while yet before they come up with a solid plan.
Yeah, each branch of government wants to treat it differently, and you're just like, I don't even know what to do at this point. You know?
Shoot, the people that actually help you with your taxes don't even know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Even the really
you
good
literally
CPAs
need
still
to
don't
hire
know.
a CPA that actually has experience in crypto and has actually, dissected the laws.
Well, even if they are, they're still trailblazing. You know, this is the first time anybody's done any of this stuff.
Right.
This is even worse than
it's only been around for 11 years coming up.
Oh, nerd! 21.
Nerd says he lost his Bitcoin.
So sorry to hear about that, buddy. You lost
that
all your
boating
Bitcoin
accident.
in a terrible.
Yeah,
boat.
man.
Yeah,
Terrible
that
voting
sucks.
accident.
Damn,
That happens a
penalties,
lot in
man.
crypto.
I mean, everybody says the paper wallet was
Man,
really the
thanks.
best way to go, but they failed to tell me that they weren't waterproof. I mean, I got
very well in the
pushed. I got
washing machine.
pushed off a pier, and I mean that was everything I had.
Hey, at least you can
I
claim up
even
to
lost a
$3,000
good.
of that.
I lost a good phone that day.
Hey, rule
I was
of thumb,
joking over
just-
Thanksgiving. I was like, hey, practice good
Hey,
OPSEC.
Martin's here.
Let everybody know at Thanksgiving.
Back
do
up
that.
everything. Even
We
back
just
up
got
your
a
paper
Frankie
wallets,
2
guys.
times.
Good night.
Subscribe to our channel.
Oh,
Hey.
nice!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, hey, Mikkel, I got something for you.
What up?
Oh,
Now tell the audience on the podcast world what that was.
I was holding up a Pine 64. They came out before the Pi 4 was out.
oh,
Yeah.
I got a couple
Oh.
of them. I
smash that
haven't
Lizzie
tried
like
to
button,
load
guys.
up that Miggity
Oh.
Monero on it yet, but I'm very tempted.
You do it. You should do it.
Do it.
Do
The nefarious
it.
technology says
I've got
We're
to get a
1,000.
I've got to get a 64-bit OS still downloaded onto
Yeah.
here real quick, and then I will have Monero on my Pi 4.
Yeah, we were messing with it. I was sitting there playing,
a software guy. I ran into an issue. I ran
Yeah.
into an issue, so I'm like
so
I
was
think I
remoting
got it.
in, and I was like, I was like, okay, so you're messing around. And I was like, okay, cool. It's all compiling. And yeah, all right. Why isn't it? It's airing out, and and it ended up being. I was like, we're using 32-bit, and the miner is a 64-bit version, so it wasn't working out.
Right.
And I was like, okay, well.
Yeah, the
So
Pi
we
tried
put
to
it.
trick
We
you.
yeah, they did. It tried to trick me.
They pulled the switcheroo.
So-
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we figured out that it wasn't in 64-bit mode. So I started hunting around, rooting around. My wife's kid is played around with Pies too a little bit, and he's like, "Hey, I think we can replace the kernel in it." I'm like, "Oh, cool." The kernel for it.
It's like the base model
Colonel
OS
Sanders?
for anything. Like that just
Yeah.
makes the hardware run essentially.
Right. It's basically you're playing with the base program. So we inputted in a 64-bit kernel into it to get it going, and yeah, it still read it as a 32-bit. It was like it only did it halfway. I was like, so back to the drawing board.
Yeah, because like we even went in there and I was like, okay, cool. And you pull up like LS CPU, and it pulls up and it shows 64. And then you go in and you go a little bit further, and the ELF
The kernel.
is still stuck at
32-bit.
32.
Yeah.
Damn you!
Shake my fist in anger.
And me over here, I'm like just
Well, once you
I'm
guys get that
angry at
set
it.
up, I think I run a Pi.
Yeah, man.
I am a knob
yourself.
when it comes to.
I mean, I think I
mining.
have a 64-bit Arch Linux variant on this right now.
That's what I was looking into that, and then
Yeah.
there are Ubuntu 64 bits that you can put on a Pi, but they're experimental.
Really experimental.
Yeah, I haven't had too many crashes with Arch. I'm using like Pac-Man compiler and like to get all the programs I need in it, and I haven't had any issues yet. So it works pretty good.
We're gonna
Per
try.
gig.
We're gonna try the experimental one real fast.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it a shot. See how bad
I would
it is.
love. Let me know how. The pine is, because I really want to play with one of those.
I told you I'd mail it to you, man. You want to try it out? I mean, I got way
Send
too
it
much
on over.
yacht jobs going on right now. To
Send it
have
on
any extra
down.
projects going on.
Right?
Send
Like,
it on down.
I'll play with one.
Yep. Send it on over, and I'll see what we can do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a-
Bitcoin Jake said he loaded Ubuntu on a Pi before. Yeah. See, it's doable. I know it is.
Right.
So
Pi Zero, yeah.
yeah, Pi Zero. If you can do it on a Pi Zero, there's got to be a way.
Right. Yeah. You got to be able to do it on this because this is supposed to have 4 gigabytes of memory in here. So.
Yep.
And it
Yeah,
should mine
usually when,
Monero very nicely.
When Pine came out, there was only like a 500 and then a 1 gig and 2 gig variant. So I got the 2 gig, fortunately. But I think that's all they were offering at the time. But this is like right when Kickstarter had them, like
So
forever ago.
That little device that you just showed right there, Nemesis, you're really mining off that thing?
You can.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Because of the ARM processor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little
that's what I need.
This little CPU right here. This is the ARM processor. This little teeny tiny little thing.
They don't mine a lot. Don't get it like crazy, but it's still
Right.
like it's
it's
still
very
the
low wattage too.
Oh yeah, it's very low wattage, but it's
But
more like
Nefarious made the
the
comment.
point that you can do it.
That would be cool for like a new guy like me in the
Right.
mining. You know, that would help me get interested and you know what I mean? And
Yeah, you
It's
can
a
dip
really
your toe in.
low cost budget.
right.
And entry level, perfect. If you know how to play with Linux, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, the 64 gig Arch Linux is the GUI is pretty sweet, so you don't really have to know too much Linux programming to make it work.
Good. That's
Sweet.
good.
Yep.
It wouldn't matter to
good.
me, but perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, but-
that's what I'm gonna go
as
ahead.
like a
I think
guy
I'm
who
gonna-
doesn't know Linux standard, it's not
Right.
that difficult.
Well, that would be this guy right
that
here.
appeals to my minimalist nature.
Yeah, right. Make it easy for people, and people will do it. You know.
Right, because nobody wants anything that's, hard. You have to give it the grandma test. It's like the email. Email did not catch on until grandma could easily press one button.
That microwave start button's really hard, though.
Right?
Real pain in the ass.
It's kind of funny that people are playing with microwaves and they've been playing with FPGAs their whole life and didn't even know it.
You just had to tune it to a different frequency, I guess.
John Coyne is saying you can mine on any device with Bitcoin 21 software. Do you guys know anything about that?
That is old school software. That goes,
old.
yeah, really old. You
Like,
have to know.
Not on GitHub.
I'm not even sure if you can find it there.
It's like, where
No.
did you get your hands on that? What do you think they're worth it now?
He's an OG miner. That's why.
He's probably had it on, one of his old laptops that used to mine Bitcoin on his CPU.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where it came from. Is right when it was CPU and GPU mineable.
Yeah.
It was the optimizations for the AMD cards actually, because everything was AMD. Nvidia was garbage to mine with back in the day. Worst card ever to mine with.
Yeah.
Mining.
How the times have
The
changed.
true DCA.
Oh, yes.
Now it's like, now we're basically phasing out some of the AMD stuff. You're like, oh no.
Yeah. It's time for new versions. Let's go.
Yep.
The new Threadrippers are out. Where's the new cards?
That's right. Back in the 90s, I could build my own computers. Today, I can barely turn one on.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Nefarious Technology said, dude, he probably had it on his Xbox 360.
Yeah, right next to folding at home. Let's start dating programs.
Group said, don't forget to hit the like.
Hey, I was around with 300 baud modems and bulletin
300.
boards.
Ooh.
Oh, the lowest
Lightning
one I ever used was a
300 baud
9600.
modem.
Yeah, 9600 was my first modem.
Nefarious said AMD needs to fix
My first
its video
computer
card mining issue.
back in the 1980s.
Yeah.
It was a Timex Sinclair 1000. with
John
1K
Coyne
of
says that he
memory.
did
Yeah.
mine on his Xbox 360.
Oh, nice.
That is awesome.
Really.
Man, mining really.
Nefarious
is like
says 300 baud modem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know you're an OG. When you even talk about modems and bulletin board systems.
Right. And people are like, bulletin board
what's that?
system? What the hell is that?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what's
you
funny?
just-
The college that's by me has actually brought back a bulletin board system.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, but it's all virtual. A full virtual bulletin board system.
It's hologram bulletin
Yeah.
boards.
It's imaginary. That's what it is.
My brother was when I was helping my brother go through school and everything, and he's like showing me all this stuff. I'm like, man, the teacher just doesn't give this to you. They're like, no, they put it here. I'm like,
So wait,
What?
when you say virtual, are
That's
they all
Oregon
wearing
Trail
a bunch
stuff.
of Oculus Rifts to watch the class?
oh god, yeah, that'll be the day. Ready Player One, right?
Oh man, that's been around for a while. Like if anyone's ever had like I had an old DK2 like Oculus, like what do they call them?
I actually saw the
test
patents for
ones
the
that like
VR
the big,
headsets.
you know, the pre-release ones.
yeah.
And they had, you know, chat rooms you could go in and to, and like just virtual chat rooms, you're just walking around talking to people.
Yeah. My brother was doing that, and it was like crashing out his computer and stuff.
Well, yeah, true.
Dude, the
You gotta have a
patents for,
little
like,
bit of
the
horsepower to run that.
VR headsets. The patents for the VR goggles have been around for like over 50 years.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Don't you remember the
What's going on
the
with
red
that,
and black Nintendo?
Decentraland project?
The Decentraland project.
Oh god,
Yeah, anybody know
Last
anything
I
about
heard,
that?
they're still doing their thing.
they're doing stuff, but it's all virtual.
So
Like,
you does that mean
hypothetically
you can have a virtual citizenship in a virtual house over there?
Yeah. Pretty much, there's like they haven't dug ground anywhere. You're just buying stuff on their
Oh yeah.
on their like assets on their website.
Yeah, there's a crazy you know,
That's
influx of,
like hacks,
virtual
you know?
real estate now. Like yeah, they sell
Did you say
virtual
hacks?
real estate. It's ridiculous.
That's almost like hacks.
Next.
You mean the first, what do they call it? The first high interest blockchain certificate of deposit?
yeah.
Because there's free lunches getting handed out everywhere.
Somebody got to pay for that shit. There ain't no free lunches.
So
Right?
definitely a free coiner.
Yeah.
Better than a no coiner, I guess.
Yeah, true. I want to be one of those.
No one wants to be one of those guys.
Hey, I am now after my
That's
boating
what I love with
accident.
Coinbase. Yeah, they always have those little, 20 or the look at these videos, tell you more about a coin, and then they throw you a little bit, like $2 per video, and they usually give you like 3 videos to watch. So I got some Tezos baking on my Coinbase account right now.
Oh yeah, because you can stake them on Coinbase.
Not a bad return.
Yeah, it's been ticking up.
Yeah,
I threw 20 bucks
I'm
at
at
it.
like, it was $6 worth of. They gave me for free $6 worth of Tezos.
Yeah.
And now I've got it's like $6.70 or $6.80, and
Yeah.
it stakes
You can
right
stake
up.
it now?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 5% interest.
yeah, it goes
Really?
pretty quickly. That's why I threw
compounded
20
how
bucks on
often?
top of the free stuff that they gave you. It ticks up
Right.
quicker then.
Hey Hex, how often is it compounded? The interest.
Annually. Oh well, it's accruing. Your baking is accruing daily.
Yeah, you can watch the ticker
but
go up.
I think. Yeah, you can. I'm going to my wallet right now. So, yeah, it's estimated reward as it stands right now is 5.55% interest.
Well, that's
Wow.
certainly better than any bank's interest rate.
Right.
Hey, just wait,
Yeah.
man.
Bet on red.
Like the stock market has hit all-time highs again. Okay, we cannot sustain this kind of like upward momentum. Like it's gonna come all crashing down, and it's gonna come after the next presidential election.
Screw you, Brian.
So I just said it, and it's gonna happen.
So for those of you who are listening to the podcast, Brian
I have
just held
spoken.
up. Brian just held up
Spoken.
some
Oh,
Blue
Brian.
Barn Farms blueberry lemonade.
I just
Blue Barn
knocked back a
Farms.
whole bottle of this deliciousness.
and
with,
nobody else has any.
with a little bit of rum.
Kayla, we miss you.
Right? We need to make more. But it's winter time, so
I
we'll
think
give you a break until
I think
next
Nemesis
year.
is running out.
Right?
It's funny. I saw Bit Native talk about the trash 80s. Anybody remember those?
No, but he did say
Yeah, computers that I
he
used
did
to
make
use in
fun of
high
the stock
school.
market. He calls it the tweet market.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
Tweeter.
Yeah, follow the tweets and you'll watch the price fluctuate.
That's right, Gundy. If those of you that can't see the shirt, of course,
for a
that's
minute. 30:45.
Time for Plan B.
time for Plan B.
Yeah, man.
And what shirt are you?
I don't
for?
get to
That's
claim.
actually
I don't get to
thing.
claim losses on the fiat in my bank account every year. So
This shirt I actually got. Well, me and Mikkel got one of these while we were out in Texas.
Yep.
oh yeah,
It's got a little
way.
miner digging in the ground, going for some Bitcoin. Yo!
That's
Nice.
Crypto Beetle sent me mine.
Oh, nice.
Beetle.
Oh,
Yours?
Monarch wallet. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
shout out to Crypto Beetle.
Right? We got
Not
love
a
for everybody.
sponsor, but maybe soon. Maybe soon.
That'd be cool.
Always be nice.
I'm sure.
Yeah, one of the things
Yeah, you
too
can get
is
him on for an
as,
interview or
crypto
something.
is slowly becoming a little mainstream. Is that places that have on ramps like Fidelity and stuff like that for crypto, more advisors are saying, even if you don't know anything about it, they recommend like a 2 to 5% exposure.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
that
God.
sounds pretty good. You should at least have that. At least.
And then Frankie two times like, you guys get into the acorns at all? No.
I don't. Hex, what about you?
I have an Acorns account. I do. Is that what he's talking about?
I think he's talking about
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, no, Acorns is
there's
pretty okay, but the problem with them is you never get a return. Like after a year I was on there, it was like
yeah,
barely-
so he's
barely
think-
1%.
It's what I was
barely
thinking.
1%. So
He's
they're
talking
taking your
about the
money
squirrel.
and making money off of your money. So
He's talking about the squirrel
one of the
acorn,
apps-
which
Yeah.
was a GPU accelerator. It was
I thought you
supposed
meant
to give you
like
some
an
extra.
Acorns Pro-
It was supposed to
Hey,
give you some more
hey,
hash
hey,
power, and
Damn.
no.
No.
I feel like
He says
I feel dumb now.
245 megahash CKB. Well, my F1 Mini actually does 1.3 gigahashes on CKB for like 50 watts.
Right.
So that way more worth it as an actual product. I don't believe in it. Yeah, I don't believe in the squirrel acorns.
Right, and considering that a lot of people got burned by Squirrel because of the fact that Squirrel had a partnership with another company and they started feuding over some patents and stuff like that and intellectual property rights, and it basically destroyed Squirrel.
Yeah, well, I mean, but they have their BCUs going for them,
Right.
which is what really drives that company. I know they have something called like a Forest Kitten, and it's like a smaller FPGA based graphics card. But I've heard mixed reviews of them, so it's kind of hard to tell, what to do. He says he got one of them, 2 for 150 coupons. That's nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
He says about 19 watts. He didn't bench it, but they said 245. Yeah. And I'm also looking into, I'm talking with this company as well to get some of their FPGAs as well to test those out. And they actually have a higher hash rate than the F1 Mini and the Mini Plus. And
So you
which
might
is
see
obviously
some
better.
really cool mining equipment getting tested
Yeah.
off here soon. So, I mean, we've both been looking at some stuff, so. Oh.
Yeah.
John Coyne says that the parent company was probably Butterfly Labs or Gawminer.
maybe, the owner of the company was actually Ogata Girl was at the time.
Yeah,
She was working with them and Seth Estrada, and then they all split ways with Minority.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which Minority was
a
supposed
bad-
to be the GPU farm, but it turned out to be one of the largest ASIC facilities in the country.
well, not quite. Ogata Girl had the ASIC farm.
Right.
It was a Minority's ASIC farm.
Right, that is true.
You know, he said, "Yeah, Ogata Girl, yeah." He fucked him. Yeah, she fucked him. She fucked him hard.
Yeah.
You know, Minority was actually a good thing that was actually going well until she kind of got involved, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But that's just my 2 Satoshis on that.
So Nefarious Technology says he's excited for the future of the channel videos. Thank you very much. We are excited just as much as you are because we have been grinding our butts off trying to make this happen.
Missed what?
Nefarious said she was on Panda's chat riling everybody up today. Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh man, I wish I could have been there.
That'd be something. Well, maybe see now she followed me on Twitter the other day, so maybe I'll just maybe I'll tag her tomorrow. Maybe she'll just show up in the chat. We can just
Yeah, totally. We could totally
ruffle the feathers.
We could totally tag anybody we want with the
The new
DCA
system.
Adventure Twitter. Yes.
Right?
Yep.
We
Which
got
you can find
Twitter,
below.
Instagram, like all the links that you guys need, they're down below. We're gonna be.
And while you're checking
on
links
social
out
media.
down below from here, guys, smash that Lizzie like button. Boom.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Please.
Smash
We're a
Smash
brand
it.
new channel, and your likes
Makes a
would-
difference.
Right. Well,
in
we're
the
well,
algorithm.
we're
We're
already.
21 for 21.
You see, me and Mikkel have this thing. When we're both together on a live stream, we get more likes than we have viewers ever. So we're already at that ratio.
Yeah, we have 22 likes and 18 people are watching. It's great.
Winning.
Right.
Perfect.
The other thing
I'm
too,
glad it comes
if you
over.
guys would leave a comment down in the comment section below after the live stream
What's up,
is
Tim
over,
H?
it helps us with the YouTube algorithm and helps us get that content. And if
Yes,
you would,
please. If you
click
could
on
definitely
share,
leave us
ever
a
have-
send it
comment.
out to your Twitter.
Yeah, and if you ever have
Leave
questions,
us a comment and let us know what you liked and what you would like to see from us as a channel. We would love to hear your feedback and your criticisms, and because we could take it. We want
Right.
to build the channel that you guys want to watch. That's why we have so much different types of content. We have mining, we have trading, we have like dollar cost averaging, and we have
Learning.
self-improvement
Right.
as well as news. These are all the different types of things that we're trying to bring to the channel, and we want to know what you guys want. So please, in the YouTube comments below, please tell us what you want.
Oh, Frankie wants girls in bikinis on trampolines.
Oh man, so, I mean, I can run
We
up
can
a
meme
man
it.
show like a trailer real quick if you want.
Right?
I don't know if I'd be okay with the new copy.
Not like this, guys.
Right.
No, the copper laws would definitely tear us down.
Yeah.
We'll just go ahead and smite them before they get started.
No,
Right.
Couple is cool, man. As long as you mark
Demonetized.
not for kids.
Maybe there's somebody out there that might want to hear about XRP or something.
I
Oh,
don't
hush.
think.
Nope.
It's not big. It's not Bitcoin.
Yeah, let's just get people accumulated with Bitcoin before we just mess with their head. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
some people haven't even heard of anything of Bitcoin.
Yeah, some
Crypto.
people don't even know what dollar cost averaging is.
Right. I mean, you guys out there know what these dollar cost averaging really is? Come on, guys.
And the fact that there's a principle behind dollar cost averaging, and it's the underlying principle that our channel is all about. What are you dollar cost averaging your time, your effort, your money, your brain power, your creativity to?
Yes.
Your
Your
health,
time.
self-improvement, whatever.
The one thing you can't get back in life is your time.
Time. Yep. Most valuable thing.
Yeah.
So
sure.
we are trying
And
to
also,
create-
over time, dollar cost averaging really helps build your stack. Because the concept
Yes.
behind it is sometimes you're buying higher, sometimes you're buying lower, but if you're not comfortable with trading or something like that, if you're DCAing once a week, every day, once a month, once every paycheck, that's where you're going to see your greatest gains over time. And you look at compounding interest over 10, 20, 30 years, it's freaking amazing.
Not to mention the crazy price up and downs, you know.
For the new people who may not know what dollar cost averaging is, I do this when I'm trading sometimes. My strategy is I buy the same amount of Bitcoin, no matter what, whether it's $1,000, $100, whatever. You buy the same exact amount at different prices as it goes down or as it goes up, however you want to do it.
Yeah, like 25 satoshis, or 500 satoshis, or 1,000 satoshis, or whatever it is.
Right.
Brian.
Yep. Or you could dollar cost average with a mining rig. Dollar costs a little bit of funds into a mining rig.
Oh, that's some
and
that's some elite stuff for you
your
guys
dollar
tomorrow,
cost averaging every day, every single second of every day.
Right.
Oh.
You just dollar cost average into the rig, and then you make Bitcoin almost every day.
I mean, that's why Nem is so happy,
Right. You're basically legally printing money.
What they need to know, though,
You can't say printing money because then the government's gonna be like, "Oh no, they're printing money." It's gonna make things even worse when it comes to the SEC.
If they can do it, why can't we?
It's money, it is money. I mean, that's our argument. It is money.
And what people need to realize, though, when you DCA, especially into Bitcoin, people, especially new people, need to understand that if you decide to buy $100 every week at the same time, the same amount at whatever price, that brings your average buy price lower and lower and lower each time you do that. So whether you bought at 20,000, as long as you keep buying every month the same amount of Bitcoin, your average buy price will get lower, and eventually it's going to pop, and you'll be in the green.
Man, I swear,
I have to read this from the live stream. Tim H says, "I can't stop watching the glitching headphone." Don't worry, people. We are going to be working on it. Jay does have plans on upgrading his camera and his microphone.
No, it's
Hex.
It's me.
He's running.
Yeah, he needs to get a real green screen
with a virtual background.
The virtual background.
He needs a real green screen.
But actually, what I'm going to do is do the setup so that I get rid of the headphones here soon.
You just have to be very effing still, like
Right.
Still, be a statue.
Yeah, see, then people don't notice as much.
Impossible.
It's easier with those more solid colors too.
This is my second cup of coffee here.
I swear to God,
we used to stream at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.
I've got my Discord open, and you could almost sit here and tell when it's freaking bull season, man. It's been like 4 times in the last 2 days that I've gotten some scammer trying to get me on. It just came in. Here, I'm going to cover up a couple of people's faces to let everybody see this. Bam! Check that out. Scam! Pump and dump! It's like 200% in one day. Bump, bump, bump. Oh my God!
Guarantee you 2,000% in a week.
Ralph Cooper says he still DCA's silver, gold, crypto, and lead. I never change.
Lead.
It's all about lead. Well,
I mean,
lead. People give lead a bad name. You see, lead has been deemed an industrial metal, so it truly is an industrial metal. It's used in every car battery out there. So if there's like an EMP blast and you know how to make a battery from that lead, you got an easy commodity to keep people going.
Just went from zero to hero.
Right.
I think honestly though, what Ralph is talking about is bullets.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
We know Ralph. We know
Right.
he's got the lead.
Nefarious Technologies making fun of scammers, saying, "Congratulations, you won the opportunity to donate 1 BTC for 5 BTC return."
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, while you're at it, I have a prince that's in Saudi Arabia. If you send him $250,000, he will send you $100,000 back because he's got $1 million inheritance.
Oh man, you got a link for that?
Right.
Well, I got one that was from New Zealand, and the guy said, I just had to pay court fees of $2,199, and then I get my $18 million.
Oh, that's not bad.
Damn.
I mean, that sounds legit too.
Hey, if
You
want,
got good
show
friends
my
over there.
Xcoin link
I guess
on
I
my
had
Twitter.
like some ancient, and
And then you got Hex. Then you got Hex Coin, where you stake your coins over there so that you're not too, you're because they think that you're not smart enough to do investing anywhere else. So you need to lock it up with them so that they can take your money from you.
Oh man, you watch some of these tubers are profiling these scammers, they call them, and it's hilarious. You should really go check it out.
Right.
They'll just troll the shit out of these guys. They'll be in a virtual machine. They're like, just give them control of it, whatever. They're like, this is where he creates a new password on my BIOS and locks me out of my computer. It's like, oh, my computer not working. Oh, well, now you have to give me 2 $500 Amazon gift cards, and then I will open your computer for you. Like, oh. No.
Let me
just,
hold on here.
Just close this virtual machine, and I'll open another one. There you go.
Right. Yeah. And oh, you did something. Let me reboot in safe mode real quick, and I'm gonna undo what you just did.
But yeah, man, they prey on poor old people in this country. It's horrible.
Dude, my favorite is
Grandma's gonna freak out, be like, what?
my favorite is the scam calls, that are like, this is the IRS. It's like,
yeah, IRS
isn't. Yeah, they will never. You'll just get a knock on the door.
Mail. You have to go pick up at the post office so that they know your ass got this.
Right.
Experience.
Maybe. I mean, I do work 1099, so yeah.
All right. Well, that is beyond the hour.
Ralph says prank call.
Prank caller.
What is this, cell phone? Prank call.
Do we want to go ahead and wrap this up, or do we want to keep on going, guys?
No, we are at our hour mark.
Right, we are at over that hour mark. So, and yeah, I think we could call it right here.
Yeah, we could call it. We could
Awesome
totally call
first episode.
Right?
It was an awesome first episode.
Thanks for showing up, everybody in the chat.
Oh my God, yeah.
For real, we really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming in, guys.
Do us a wonderful favor.
All of you get a gold sticker.
Yeah.
For those of you that have shown up,
Gold star.
Please share this video wherever you can. Go to our podcast link. Share that. We want to get the word out. We want to get the community together, and we want to just enjoy our time and share our knowledge with you guys. And we want you guys to be a part of our journey as we build everything that we are building. So,
Correct.
please stay tuned. We have a lot of great content coming up for you guys, a lot of new shows, as well as more people to enjoy those shows with.
Right.
Stick around tomorrow too. You're gonna want to be here tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
you're gonna want to be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah, where we get deep in the
Yes.
mind.
Very
So deep.
deep. Oh.
But yeah, if you're curious about mining, these guys break it down for you. So definitely check them out.
Yo, for sure. Yo. And like always, we'll definitely see all of you guys on the next one. Yo.
Later.
Peace out, guys.
Later.
Peace.